countdown clock will start in 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are at T-minus 9 minutes and counting.
CLS auto sequence has been initiated.
The ground launch sequencer has been initiated. NASA Test Director Mike Leinbach is about to call for the transmittal of stored pre-launch commands, as Endeavour is only 9 minutes from its 5th mission in space. On board are various instruments needed for the first servicing mission of the Hubble Space Telescope and the crew of 7 astronauts.
PLP, OTC. Go ahead. Configure fuel cell, essential bus storage switches. That's one. OTC, PLP, essential buses are connected to the fuel cells.
T-minus 8 minutes and counting. Pilot Bowersox is now flipping switches in the cockpit to directly connect the 3 fuel cells to the essential power buses.
CLS's go for orbiter access arm retract.
The orbiter access arm is now being retracted away from the vehicle. This is the walkway used by the crew to gain entry into and out of the vehicle, and it can be returned to position within seconds if need be.
TRPS, OTC.
This TRPS will verify that the recorder are running.
Copy. PLP, OTC. Go ahead. Perform APU start. Pre-start. Perform APU pre-start. Okay, APU pre-starts and work.
The orbiter test conductor has given Endeavour pilot Ken Bowersox the go to perform the auxiliary power unit pre-start procedure.
OTC, PLT, APU pre-start is complete. 3 gray talkbacks. Copy.
Pilot Bowersox reports that the pre-start procedure is complete and everything looks good from his standpoint in the cockpit. APU, auxiliary power unit activation, will come in just a few seconds.
CLS's go for orbiter AP start.
T-minus 5 minutes and counting, and we have a go for APU start.
APU starts and work. CDR, reconfigure heaters. Roger, heater reconfigure work.
T-minus 4 minutes, 30 seconds and counting. The solid rocket booster and external tank safe and armed devices have been armed.
Copy. OTCCR heater reconfig's complete. Copy.
The main fuel valve heaters and the 3 shuttle main engines have been turned on in preparation for the launch of Endeavour this morning. T-minus 4 minutes and counting.
CLS is go for purge sequence 4.
T-minus 3 minutes, 30 seconds and counting. The final aerial surface checks of the orbiter's flaps and rudder is being completed. Also, the 3 main engines are being gimbaled as a final test before launch. T-minus 3 minutes and counting. All is continuing to go well for today's launch of the Space Shuttle Endeavour and the first Hubble Space Telescope servicing mission. This mission is scheduled to last 11 days and includes 5 spacewalks.
PLT, LTC. Go ahead. Clear caution and warning memory. Verify no unexpected errors. That's all right. LTC, PLT. Caution and warning memory clear is complete. No unexpected errors. Copy.
Everything continues ready to fly today on NASA's 4.5 million pound space shuttle vehicle.
Roger, send word.
T-minus 2 minutes and counting.
CLS is go for ET, LH2 pressurization.
T-minus 1 minute, 45 seconds. Everything continues to look good for launch this morning. In about 90 seconds, the Space Shuttle Endeavour will begin its 11-day flight to visit the orbiting Hubble Space Telescope, but not before lighting up the nighttime Florida sky.
30 seconds.
The launch should be visible for hundreds of miles. The mission and the record 5 spacewalks will be watched worldwide. T-minus 1 minute and counting. T-minus 50 seconds and counting, and we are transferring to orbiter internal power at this time. T-minus 31 seconds, and we have a go for auto sequence start. Endeavour's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions.
20.
T-minus 15 seconds. 11, 10, 9,
Go for main engine.
and we have a go for main engine start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
20.
and we have liftoff. Liftoff of the Space Shuttle Endeavour on an ambitious mission to service the Hubble Space Telescope.
Roll program, Houston. Roger, roll, Endeavour.
Houston now controlling. Endeavour's underway. Rolled on course for an orbit with the Hubble Space Telescope. Endeavour already traveling about 300 miles an hour. Altitude 1 mile. 3 engines on Endeavour are throttled back to 2/3 throttle to prepare the shuttle to pass through the area of maximum air pressure and go supersonic.
Endeavor, go at throttle up.
Roger, go at throttle up.
Endeavor's 3 main engines now back at full throttle. All flight control positions are go. Altitude now 10 miles, 7 miles east of launch pad 39B. Endeavor speed 1,700 miles an hour. 1.5 minutes since liftoff. Endeavor's already used more than 2.25 million pounds of propellant, and the shuttle weighs less than half of what it did at launch. Flight controllers are now standing by for burnout and separation of the twin solid rockets. Booster officer confirms a good.
Endeavor, 2-engine Banjul.
Roger, 2-engine Banjul.
Jettison of the solid rockets. That call also indicates that Endeavor could now perform an emergency transatlantic landing if needed.
Endeavor, performance nominal.
Roger, performance nominal.
Also, Endeavor's performance thus far has been just as planned. Altitude now 35 miles, 48 miles east of the Kennedy Space Center. Endeavor traveling 3,400 miles an hour. Range to the telescope now around 90 feet according to onboard radar.